Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Stacy Montgomery Clark. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Sabian. I'm very excited to be here today with you. We have something new to share that I think you're going to be really excited about. Over the years, Sabian has been known as the innovators, and this year is no different. This year we have an exciting new cymbal series to share. A series that is a product of 2 years of intensive research and development, with our team working closely with customers, artists, and industry insiders around the globe to help us create a sound for the evolving needs of today's drummers. It's also the result of a clear gap in the market and an extension of Sabian's long legacy of industry leadership and sound innovation. As a company, we have always challenged the status quo, it's just who we are, to create products that redefine what's possible for all drummers. This new series is no different. It introduces a new sound to our product offering, one that will surely help our drummers take their sounds to new heights. Let's take a sneak peek at the launch video for the series. Yeah. So to hear more about the series, please welcome to the stage Mark Love, Sabian's Director of Research and Development, and Randy Ross, Sabian's Master Product Specialist. Mark, Randy?
Good morning, everyone. So Randy and I, for the last 2 years, have been fine-tuning this series in collaboration with our partners out there, getting feedback and tweaking them a little bit until we ended up where we are today, and we think we have a great lineup. I never get tired of seeing that teaser, that molten metal blending together, and that's really where all this series starts. It starts in our foundry, the liquid metal that we make the B20 bronze, the best alloy for cymbal making. It's the same alloy that we use in our high-end Artisan HHX, all the way down to XSR. So it's a premium metal to start with, and then the combination of how we shape the metal and hammer it really captures a lot of the essence of much more expensive cymbals when you get into the Artisan and the darker qualities and cymbals that have a lot of flexibility and a nice feel. Stratus captures all that. So we're very excited to be bringing this out this year. It's been 6 years since we had a new series, since FRX back in 2017. So it's time to have a new series. And it's hard to believe that we have a gap in our lineup with all the cymbals and different series we make. But looking very closely at it, there was a bit of a gap. And this really fills it sonically and price-wise as well, which Stacy will get into a little bit later. So I'd like to get into a little bit more detail on the sounds of these cymbals. So it's a full lineup. We have 2 ride cymbals, 22 and 20. So I'd like to play those for you. The 22 and the 20, you can just touch with your finger and you'll get a nice even spread and open up. And that's, to me, a sign of a really great cymbal. They have great stick articulation, a strong bell, and they're crashable, which is very important in today's music. A cymbal that's very versatile. So let's hear the 22. And for a little bit higher pitch, we have the 20-inch Stratus ride. Awesome, they have great feel. So now, Randy, could you share with us some of the crash cymbals?
For sure. So we have 3 crash cymbals in the lineup. We have a 16, 18, and 20. These are light, thin, low profile. Our high impact Stratus hammering done at our factory in Canada drives the profile into a darker tone because of the deflections in the metal. So it gives you a really, I hate to use the term trashy, but drummers use it all the time, so it has a bit of a trashy vibe to it. And the playing surface on the edge definitely has a buttery feel, as we hear in the industry as well. So I'll play through those now, 16 through 20. Another great thing about the crash is if you're dealing with band and orchestral work, these take to mallets very, very well. So you can do great swells with them. They could hang with pretty much any high-end cymbal in that market as well. I'll demonstrate.
Awesome, Randy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Now hi-hats. So we have 2 pairs of hi-hats. We have 14-inch and 15-inch. Now these both have a medium light top and a medium heavy bottom. So they have a nice warm spread. They're still articulate, and they cut, and they blend very well with the rides. So let's hear the 15s. So they blend very well with the rides, and that's very important. I know when we're picking out sets sonically matching, that's where I start, and I believe Randy does as well. We pick the ride and then a pair of hats that blend well, and then add the setup around that. Now the 14-inch hi-hats, again, medium light top, medium heavy bottom. Awesome. And Randy, you touched on a good point, the high impact hammering. These cymbals, even though they're fabricated in a different way than maybe our AAX and HHX, it's actually a person that's doing the hammering, and they control, it's a machine that hits the cymbal, but the person controls where it hits, how many hammer marks on each row, how many rows, whether it's hammered on the top or the bottom. So they can really fine tune that shape and build that profile to create a very consistent product. And that's something Sabian is done in all their series for many years. So we have a couple of effect cymbals, Randy.
We do. So we have the 2 effects. The first one I'll show you is the China. This is a 18-inch Chinese. It's got a very wide lip on it, which gives it a great soft feel. It lowers the profile a bit, making it a very dark sound. It's comfortable to play. It doesn't have a harsh attack, so it really softens it down for China. As well as the China, we have the Stratus Zero. So this is a combination of ozone and aero. As you saw in the promo video, they zoomed in on that pretty tightly. The process of putting in ozone holes adds distortions that are in a lower range, and the arrow holes had a distortion that's in a higher range. The combination of the two gives you a little fuller range of an effect symbol. And I'll demonstrate these now. And another thing that we engineered into this product, specifically the effects, is that they make a great stack. So it's a pretty good value proposition if you're buying two effects, that you get two usable sounds as well as a potential stack option. So.
Yeah. I love those two effects, Randy. The Chinese with that wider lip, it has that darkness.
It feels really good to play. That's the
Yeah.
thing that I love about it. Is when you dig in, you can feel the stick sink into the metal. It's a great feeling.
And the zero, that's amazing. You've got the lows from the larger holes and the highs from the arrow holes. It's a great combination. Now, it's been over 20 years since we came out with the Evolution ozone. If you remember that, that was actually the first cymbal that any major cymbal company had made with larger holes in it. And I remember having the conversation with colleagues about, oh, we can't do that. We'll have too much warranty and too much breakage. And come to find out, they actually had less because they had more flexibility and when it had somewhere to go when you actually crashed it. So, yeah, pretty amazing cymbal.
They're an awesome symbol.
So what we'd like to do now, we'd like to hear these cymbals in action.